A truly terrifying scene has unfolded in Victoria, Australia, where massive bushfires continue to rage completely out of control. Absolutely jaw-dropping footage has emerged, capturing a phenomenon that looks like something straight out of a disaster movie. A colossal fire torch. This dramatic video, which quickly spread across social media, shows a huge, fiery vortex swirling high above the forests near the Murray River, specifically in the Burrowye area. It's a chilling sight, a powerful rotating column of flames and thick, dark smoke. You can just imagine the shock and disbelief of the residents and the brave emergency workers on the ground as they witness this monstrous display of nature's fury. So, how does something like this even happen? A fire tornado or a fire whirl is an incredibly rare and dangerous event. It forms under very specific and, frankly, very frightening conditions. You need a combination of intense, rising heat from a large fire on the ground and turbulent, converging wind conditions. When these elements collide, they can create a vortex, a swirling column of air that pulls in debris, ash, and combustible gases. As this column tightens and spins faster, it ignites, creating this towering inferno that we see in the video. The heat inside these things can be extreme, well over 1,000 degrees Celsius, making them capable of intensifying the fire's spread and throwing burning embers far and wide. The location of this event, Burrowye, is significant. It's situated right near the border between Victoria and New South Wales. 2. This entire region has been one of the hardest hit by the ongoing bushfire crisis that has gripped Australia. For months, these fires have been devastating vast landscapes, destroying homes, and having a tragic impact on the country's unique wildlife. The scale of the destruction is almost impossible to comprehend, with millions of hectares burned. This fire tornado is a stark and terrifying reminder of the unpredictable and extreme nature of these fires, which have been fueled by prolonged drought and record-breaking temperatures. The emergency services, the firefighters, the volunteers, they are the heroes in this story. They've been battling these blazes relentlessly, day in and day out, in exhausting and perilous conditions. When a fire tornado forms, it presents a whole new level of danger. The behavior of the fire becomes erratic and impossible to predict. It can change direction in an instant, leap over containment lines, and move with incredible speed. For the crews on the ground, it's a nightmare scenario that makes an already life-threatening job even more hazardous. Their courage and dedication in the face of such overwhelming force is truly remarkable. Let's talk a bit more about the human element. The residents in areas like Burrowye have been living on a knife's edge. Imagine receiving an emergency alert on your phone telling you it's too late to leave and that your only option is to shelter in place as a firestorm approaches. That's the reality for many. One local resident described the sky turning a dark, apocalyptic orange, with ash raining down like snow. They spoke of the constant fear, the smoke that makes it hard to breathe, too, and the gut-wrenching uncertainty of not knowing if their home will still be standing the next day. These are not just news stories. They are deeply personal tragedies unfolding for thousands of people. If you are finding this content informative and want to stay updated on important global events, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to bring these stories to you. Now, let's get back to the official response. Authorities have issued stern warnings for people in the affected regions to remain on high alert. The weather forecasts are not promising. They are predicting a continuation of extreme conditions, more high winds, soaring temperatures, and low humidity. This is the perfect recipe for what are being called firestorms, fires so large and intense. They create their own weather systems. This fire tornado is a product of exactly those kinds of conditions. 2. Highlights the desperate need for more resources, international support, and a serious global conversation about climate change. which scientists agree is a major contributing factor to the increasing frequency and intensity of these extreme weather events. The impact on wildlife is another heartbreaking aspect of this crisis. Australia is home to incredible biodiversity, with many species found nowhere else on Earth. Ecologists estimate that over 1 billion animals may have perished in these fires. Koalas, kangaroos, wallabies, and countless other creatures have been caught in the path of the flames. Heartbreaking images of injured animals and devastated habitats have circulated globally, prompting a massive outpouring of support for wildlife rescue organizations. These groups are working tirelessly on the front lines, rescuing and rehabilitating injured animals, but the scale of the loss is simply catastrophic for Australia's natural heritage. Let's circle back to the science behind these megafires. It's not just about a single spark. Years of drought have left the Australian bush, particularly the eucalyptus forests, incredibly dry. Eucalyptus trees are naturally oily and highly flammable, which means that once a fire starts, it can spread with explosive speed. When you add in the strong winds that frequently sweep across the continent, you get a fire that is almost impossible to contain. Climate change is exacerbating this by leading to hotter, drier conditions, effectively lengthening the fire season and making the fuel even more combustible. What we are seeing is a direct consequence of a warming planet, a preview of what could become more common around the world if significant action isn't taken. Looking at the broader context, this Australian bushfire season has been a wake-up call for the entire world. It has demonstrated the very real and present danger of climate change. It's not some distant, abstract threat. It's here now, causing immense suffering and destruction. Said. The bravery of the firefighters and the resilience of the Australian people have been inspiring. But it's a situation that never should have reached this point. The global community has watched in horror, and many have asked what they can do to help. Donating to official fire services, wildlife rescue charities, and community support funds is one way to provide immediate relief. But beyond that, this event forces us to consider our own roles, too. A call to action for stronger policies on emissions, a faster transition to renewable energy, and better forest management practices. The fire tornado in Victoria isn't just a freak weather event. It's a symptom of a much larger problem. It's a powerful, visceral symbol of nature's fury when pushed to its limits. The footage is shocking, but it's crucial that we don't look away. We need to understand the forces at play and the urgent need for change. The recovery process for these communities and ecosystems will be long and arduous. It'll take years, if not decades, for the forests to regrow and for wildlife populations to recover, if they ever fully do. People have lost everything: their homes, their livelihoods, their sense of security. The psychological toll is immense. Support for mental health services in these regions will be just as critical as the financial and material aid. Rebuilding will require a massive, sustained effort from the government and the community. As we wrap up, it's important to remember the faces behind the headlines. The families huddled together, the exhausted firefighters with soot-streaked faces, the wildlife volunteers cradling injured koalas. This is a story of immense tragedy, but also of incredible human spirit, resilience, and solidarity. The fire tornado is a powerful image, a symbol of the destructive power of these fires. But the enduring image should be one of people coming together to help one another in a time of crisis. Let us hope that this tragedy leads to meaningful action and a renewed commitment to protecting our planet and each other from such devastating events in the future. We want to sincerely thank you for watching. Your attention to these important issues matters. If you appreciated this in-depth look, we would be so grateful if you would like this video. Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support is what allows us to keep going. Thank you again.